Hello, hello, YouTube. Welcome back to episode 118, I believe. Crazy that. Yeah, that sounds right. 118. Thank you for joining me today. You may have noticed we're in the Cathedral of Dragon Communion, and that's because we killed Theodorix last time, which means we can get Theodorix's magma. We can also get Borealis's mist, because we killed Borealis in that frozen lake, and I've been putting it off, so. And do we have it yet? Maybe not. Nope. Okay. So if you Dragon Communion 3 times, it changes your eyeballs. And I think this is technically my second time buying them, so shucks, I don't know if there's any other dragons that you eat the heart of. I guess time will tell. Okay. But let's look at those 2 new incantations. Actually, I need to look at a sorcery we got last time. Explosive Ghost Flame. I don't think I looked at it, but we'll look at it here, right? We got that from the Deathrite Bird. Strike the ground with the staff, triggering an explosion of ghost flame that burns the surrounding area. In the time when there was no Erd Tree, death was burned in ghost flame. Death birds were the keepers of that fire. So definitely shows that the ghost flame and the Deathrite birds, they are a pre-Erd Tree culture. And when death was still a part of the logic of the world, they burned that death in ghost flame. So interesting. And now we can take a look at those incantations we got. Borealis's Mist. Superior incantation of Dragon Communion channels the power of Borealis, the freezing frog. Fog, not frog. Goodness. Transforms caster into a dragon to spew icy breath from above. Charging extends duration. This incantation can be cast while jumping. The ice dragons were once lords of the mountaintops long ago, until they were defeated by the fire giants and chased from the peak. So another pre-Erd Tree history there, kind of neat. I guess we don't necessarily know it's before the Erd Tree, but it had to be, I don't know, it just seems like it, because the fire giants are the predominant force in the mountaintops when the Erd Tree puts the sword to them, so to speak. So, it could have happened just before. We don't know when before the Erd Tree, but it seems that this happened at least a minute before the Erd Tree decided to take power, so. And Theodorix's magma. Superior transform caster. The name of the ancient troll warrior Theodorix lives on as a hero of the war against the giants. So Theodorix was a troll who partook in ancient dragon communion. He ate so many dragon hearts that he changed. Wonder if he had access to the dragon hearts because the giants and trolls once united won a war against dragons. Who knows? I couldn't tell you. Okay. I say that a lot, unfortunately. Well, let's head to the mountaintops, the consecrated snowfield again, and we're going to work our way across the frozen lake and see what's up with the minor Erd Tree. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We can definitely do that. I think I want to investigate over here, and then there once we're done with the first part of the town. Yeah, that sounds right. Gonna try to keep myself on track. Here we go. So I think we need to head up here. Why do I have 2? Oh, I don't need this one anymore. That's what was confusing me. So we have all these ruins. I guess not ruins, but these tree husks. I still want to know what they're all about. Very odd. I want to know what this item is, too. Oh, smithing stone 8. Don't mind if I do. Maybe I'll be able to upgrade things soon. I was kind of keeping things unupgraded because I overleveled so much. I think I've mentioned this before. I was keeping things suboptimal upgrade level. And I might. Maybe I should do that throughout the end of the game. That would kind of temper my power level, but at the same time, seeing how strong things can get is pretty alluring. So here we have some more. Yeah, we have these Albinurics, and they can spit far. I want to get a couple of them going. These ones might not do it. There it is. Golden Order Fundamentalism. Combination of int and faith. You see that? Meaning, these pale Albinurics are adherents of Lord Radigan, the Golden Order, but more probably Mikola. So, I thought that would be worth pointing out. So the Albinurics, some of them are trying to get to Mikola, and those that do, I don't know if it's because of the cold. don't know, they have a little bit of gold tinge to their eyes, actually. If you can see that, I should probably get up closer. I feel bad. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, they have a gold tint to their eyes, and they're pale. Meanwhile, the ones that went and followed Lord Mogwin, they have a obvious red hue to their skin. And on top of having that red hue... Oh, how am I gonna deal with this monster? Shucks. So they had a red hue to them, the Albinaurics that are following Mogwin. So it seems that the Albinaurics kind of take on a little bit of the characteristics of whoever they are worshipping at the time. I hope that reaches. Shucks. I probably scared off the red one, right? Yeah, I didn't need it. I'm doing okay. Oh, there's another one. We'll take care of it just in case. Hit him with the magma shot. There we go. Very nice. Okay. I think that was the important stuff on the way up here, besides the minor Erd tree itself. So let's go investigate what's going on there. We have a summoning pool, and a Stake America, and we have a handful of these poor guardians. We have a wrecked minor Erd tree here. It's in horrible shape. There's an item to grab here, though, from a noble. Warming stone, 4 of them. Very nice. Let's bring the Radon boys. Because minor Erd tree avatars don't like fire. Oh, that hits so hard. Oh, he's rotten. He's putrid. I didn't even realize that at first. Oh no, my boys. And 208k. Thorny Cracked tier and the Ruptured Crystal tier. When I don't know what to put in my Physic, Thorny Cracked tier is a choice I pick. And I'll show you why. Where are they? Are they key items? They are, aren't they? Because right now I have the Stone Barb. Yeah, I can break stances easier. Alright, so this one, the resulting concoction makes consecutive attacks grow stronger the longer they continue. However, the effect only lasts for a short time. So, I like to have that one in addition to a one of the 3 items, we only have 1 so far, talismans, that increase your attacks if you get repeated hits. So, worth looking into. I think that when you stack them, they are pretty substantial. And if you're getting a lot of ghost hits, because you're doing online, which you get ghost hits when you're playing online, it's kind of unavoidable, you might as well get bonus damage. A little hard to maintain if you have something that hits fast and a lot. That's a good idea. A little less useful on class weapons. There are, like the Gavel of Haima, sorceries like that, for some reason, instantly proc the effect. It seems, I don't know, maybe it's because it hits twice and it's a big thing in rapid succession. But, here we have another town, kind of like Celia. It even has Ordina, liturgical town. It even has these iron windows to keep stuff out. So now we have Celia, we have Lower Lanedell, and now we have Ordina, the liturgical town. Kind of neat. And there's an item I want to pull from here before I forget. Shucks, is it going to be in shields? Yeah, sentry torch. Okay. Alright, thanks to Explorer. I wanted to explore over here for some reason. I don't remember what for exactly. But we're going to take a glance. 'Cause why not? Oh, it's probably that silly sapling. That sounds like a reason I would. There we go. So you can get that sapling there. I think if we head over here, yeah, we have another one of those duelists. Am I in combat? I am in combat. I don't know with who though. They didn't tell me. Oh, shucks, he had a second hit on that. There we go. And we get his greaves and his great axe, which I don't think will tell us anything new, but we can try. Great axe is designed for gladiatorial combat, now festering with scarlet rot, used by duelists who are exiled from the Colosseum. And for some reason it has dex scaling despite its absurdly high strength requirement, so maybe it's meant to be a quality weapon. Okay. Now that we've done that, I think what the plan is now is we head to the back of the liturgical town. That sounds about right. And there's ghostly visages here. Some of Albinaurics, some of wolves. The Albinauric women, I should specify. And if we go behind here under this long staircase, we find a dead Black Knife Assassin, complete with the Black Knife set. So finally we can find out some lore about him. I know we haven't heard everything about them since the very start of the game. Hood used by Black Knife Assassins. The assassins that carried out the deeds of the Knight of Black Knives were all women, all rumored to be Newmen who had close ties with America herself. Interesting. Yeah, they were all Newmen, and the chest piece specifically muffles the sound you make, making sneaking easier. It doesn't make you invisible, but the sound your character makes is muffled. So interesting that it says that they are Newmen, right? Close to America. But we learned from the Newman rune that the Newmen are said to have been from outside the lands between, and are in fact the same stock as Queen America herself. But we also learned from the starting species thing, the starting race species, that the starting race selection or background, that the Newmen are descendants of denizens of another world. And Rogier calls the Black Knife Assassins scions of the Eternal City. So the fact that they are also Newmen, if none of these sources are wrong, then there is definitely a tie between the Newmen as well as the Nox of the Eternal Cities. So interesting. Shared heritage, perhaps? Perhaps the Nox are descendants of the Newmen? Very curious stuff. Okay. And we're going to have the Holy Damage Torch, which unfortunately has the lame torch attack. But we have an imp here. Light the 4 figures in the Everjail. 4. 4. 4. Okay, sorry. I was trying to remember where they all were. I haven't done this little minigame thing in ages. But it's not like any other Everjail. It puts us in an alternate Ordina, liturgical town. Right? And I think our first master plan. Ah, shucks. I don't like that the torch will... Oh, no. Okay. Oh, and they drop level 9 Ghost Glow Forts if you bother with these assassins. So we have here a child standing on a big old symbol here. I think we lit it. Yeah, I think it's lit now. And this is one of the many symbols that we need to get to. So that's how you get down here. You can go and light it and run past the Black Knife Assassin if they're too much of a chore for you. Which is very probable, right? But then I like to go along this outside edge over here. Can't use Torrent because Everjail land, right? But if you go along the outside here, I think you're mostly safe. Mostly. Not perfectly safe, but mostly safe. I think we can change one of our tools out now. We can get up here. So this is the second tower I like to do. The order doesn't matter particular, but still interesting. It's a kid. And it's holding a candle. And we're in Ordina, liturgical town. So what is the purpose of this place? The architecture of this statue seems different. Like it was placed here later. Yeah, you see that? There's an Albinuric archer waiting for us. And if we know anything about Latenna... Oh, we blew her over the ridge of the building she was at. Oh no, she just has better cover now. I wanna lock on, but I don't know if I can from this angle. Yeah, she's protected. I made it worse. Shucks. Did she lose interest? There's an item down below. Oh gosh, they hit so hard. Actually, this has an area of effect. Didn't kill her, but it knocked her off the roof, which is probably the next best thing. There we go. Throwing knife. Strat. Oh no, we have another one. Oh, gall. Okay, so what I like to do for this one is I like to run over here. And there could be an assassin anywhere, so you want to be careful. Oh, this could be deadly. Okay, I think we're just obscured enough. But this is the third tower, and the fourth is by that Albinuric archer. I did bring cannon with me. Okay, this, I don't know which is more effective. I should try the smaller, the regular great bow. I think it has a tighter cluster when it fires its shots. It's a little harder to set up the shots, but it is a wonderful tool. If you are firing from a longer range, though, the great bolts can be very helpful. I keep thinking I'm blowing into the mic, and it's giving me that little noise like somebody when they're blowing the mic, but no, it's just the sound effect here. Try one of these bad boys. That was a headshot, and I think it knocked her all the way off the roof, which is precisely what we want. We have another one over here, though. We want to shoot just past her because we want to knock her off the roof as well. There we go. Okay, so the jar is probably a better idea because it has more knockback. Oh, no. Oh, that feels bad. There are items on the ground, but I don't know if I care that much. Oh, I should probably figure out what they are anyways. Oh, shucks. Oh no, is the lance is the Oh, that was a mistake. They do give you stuff, so maybe sort of worth it. But spooky all the same. Okay. Taking way too long on Ordina. Liturgical town, in my opinion. At least we can get these items that are down here. Now we can get back up on the building. Still cracks me up how the jar cannon or the hand ballista would probably be your best bet for dealing with this zone. Which means that you should probably have a minimum of 20 strength by the time you get here, regardless of your build. Just use the hand ballistics. You just need the knockback. You don't need the damage, necessarily. And a couple explosive or lightning bolts. I think they have the same amount of knockback, so. I used lightning. Doesn't really matter what you use. As long as you're using one of the two. Oh. There is the evil lady we don't like. But we can lock onto her from up here. God, those are deadly. Is that an item? It is, isn't it? I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not worthwhile. Well, that didn't work. That's the wrong button inputs. Well, we'll leave that one down there. We'll go hit the torch. So we can move on. Because I think we're almost done with the consecrated snowfield. Yeah, there we go. And it takes you away. So if you want to loot things while you're in there, you kind of have to explore it thoroughly. But now we've done the Ordina liturgical town. Yippee! So exciting. I don't know if this guy's in both worlds. He could be. Okay. Alright. So interesting. We have all this stuff. Kind of looks like it's a little bit unique of a structure, right? Still very reminiscent of Ordina and the other Celian towns. But up here, this is what seems a little different to me. Maybe this whole set of stairs is supposed to be different, actually. Still very characteristic of the rest of Ordina, but this archway in particular, and those, because I don't know if we've seen statues like that before. Maybe in some certain dungeons. But those are new, to my knowledge. It seems inspired by Ordina, but a little different, like it's newer. But I could just be talking here. Here we go. Mikola's Haligtree. So for some reason, this bridge teleported us all the way over here, and we are at the edge of a branch. And we have Oracle envoys everywhere. Oh, I hate looting this area, but we'll make it work. I think we can sit down. He might still hit us, but funny. We have like an awkward 5 minutes where I almost don't want to start this new area, but I think we're going to try to loot what we can while we're here. So what do I have that does great knockback? I mean the jar cannon for one. Maybe I should be running jar cannon in the offhand. That'd be kind of funny. Can I still light roll? I can. Okay. Yeah. That's how we're doing this zone. That'll be the most fun. By a mile. Come on, let me up. But as you can see, there's little rot sprouts here. Seeing the health bar go over the edge cracks me up. Uh-oh. We have a survivor. Is there anything worth jumping to? We can't get on Torrent, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Oh, we missed. There we go. Hopefully they don't have anything I want, but, oh well. Sacramental Bud, 3 of them. So it seems that, bad that there's rot here. Crimson rot. That doesn't bode well for Mikola's plans. I mean, to be fair, Mikola's not even here, even though this is his Haligtree. That's always a killjoy, isn't it? So you can knock the big ones off. It's a little tougher. I don't think I could shoot down that low. Still funny to me, though. Might switch tactics for a group coming up here. Well, we got him to turn around. What a silly way to handle this zone. Yes! I hate the medium ones. You look like you're precariously on a branch, good sir. Oh. Glad I brought spares. Bye-bye. Oh, this is the best way to deal with this zone. Hands down. Did you know that Elden Ring was actually a cover shooter the whole time? I didn't know. Yeah. Oh, satisfying. That ant is watching me. Oh, they can shoot back. That was a horrible idea. They don't have the range, but, oh, come on. Do I have something that I can reach him? Possibly not. Okay. The range talisman helped, I'm sure. Okay, I think we want to get to that branch from over there, so. What was your setup for getting through the Halictree? Jar cannon, sorceries, because I am a horrible wench. That was probably overkill, but it made me smile. So that's the important part. I'm supposed to get to the next grace. So I need to hurry this up. Oh, look. Do you see that guy? That big boy? It's an even bigger envoy. A third bigger size. You're getting too big. I feel like fire's a good pick. Might be okay for damage. I don't know if fire's good against ants. It's fine when they're tiny, but when they're this big... who knows? I wish I had the force incantation now that I think about it, or rejection, whatever it's called in this game. So interesting that we see envoys in Lanedale, heralding the arrival supposedly of the next Elden Lord. And then they're also here, also heralding. Almost like they're not in agreement on who's going to be the next Elden Lord. I just thought that was a thought. You know, Magma Shot hits pretty hard for how much mana it uses. The problem is that it's only really useful on lazy PvE. Prattling Pate, my beloved. There we go. Alright, we're almost done with the tree branch part, which is my least favorite part of the Halictree. Are we heavy rolling? We are. You may not have noticed this. So this is a normal run when you're medium running, right? And if you have something really heavy, your character does this little heavy walk. So your running animation's different. And it was more exaggerated, I feel, in Dark Souls 1. Yeah, that sounds about right. So that's a thing to keep out an eye open for. If you notice you're running funny, you probably have too much stuff on you. Kind of cracks me up. Let's go down this. Actually, no. No. Just go down the middle first, because I don't want Big Boy shooting at me while I'm on the side path. What's the best way to deal with Big Boy? I don't like Big Boy. Big Boy scares me. Ooh. Oh, I'm still heavy rolling. And they're just kind of flesh underneath. They're real gross. Ugh. I don't like them. But here we find the Envoy Crown. The soft bundle worn on the head by Oracle Envoys, densely wrapped in several layers of cloth, raises the potency of bubble-based skills. I assume it's just the skills, so it's just the Envoy 3 weapons, unless they add a bubble weapon in the DLC that has not yet come out at the time of this recording. No one knows what the cloth hides, but some claim to have heard a faint whimpering from inside. It must have been their imagination. Ugh, what are they hiding? Don't like it. But let's look at the Envoy's giant weapon. Fanned golden horn of the Oracle Envoys, profoundly weighty, its blows are sure to be felt. Originally an instrument, but one that cannot be sounded by a mere human, or perhaps it is too early to sound the call. That's the common belief around it, but we can sound the call. Listen. And it does the big bubble. I think of all the three, this one's pretty good, and the middle one's pretty good. The bottom tier, the smallest one, it's pretty bad. But it is a strength dex weapon. It is a quality weapon with a faith requirement. But I'm pretty certain the oracular bubble hits harder. Which is funny how they have their own oracular bubbles, and there's also the oracular sorceries, if you would recall. Okay. Back to work. So we have the other path to go on. I think we found all the major important stuff. We might have one more important thing to find, actually. Dappled cured meat. Gonna buff our weapon. Okay, I didn't want to fall off like he did. Smithing stone level 8. And this is a way back to the start. So we want to go back where we came from and go on that little side branch just because we're going to be thorough. Unfortunately. I guess not that unfortunate, but I wanted to keep these episodes to 30 minutes a pop. I had a good block of time for recording today. And so I wanted to keep to that. I think we're going to hop on this one and not follow the branch all the way around. Oh boy. Stone sword key, so not really worth it. There was 3 oracles over here who bombard you with bubbles if you don't take care of them with your great bow like I used. You may not have access to the great bow, though. So the nice thing about attacks in this game is that they won't let you go off the edge of a cliff. They just won't. They'll lock you in place. That's not true for all Souls games. That's an Elden Ring exclusive. Okay. It looks like we looted this area, and honestly, it was not worth our time. It's a big ol' angry flower, so I think we're good to head over here. Oh, no! Okay. Oh, that was bad. Let's put on the silly bits here. So we want to get across to that great envoy over there, right? But he's a bit of a problem. Heck, I'm just gonna drink a flask because I think the damage resist on the next hit's gonna be worthwhile. I'm gonna put on this in case I fail. But you want to start running down here, and these items aren't really worth it. Oh, shucks. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. See how much damage that did? Yeah, there's a... Okay, so it's this set of mushrooms over here. Whew. Bloodhound step coming in clutch. And then we have our mana back at least. It's going to be very helpful. He just got so much HP. There we go. I don't think these guys are guarding anything, but I have to know. shucks. And die already. Okay. Toss it over there so we can get past. And what are they guarding? The Oracle Envoy Ashes. Okay, so kind of worth it, I guess. Take a look at these now. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Spirits of a monstrous band of musicians who employ sacred arts. It is said that when Oracle Envoys appear, they're playing their pipes. They do so to herald the arrival of a new god or a new age. So, I guess I spoke about that slightly early. I thought we had read about that somewhere. My bad, I apologize. The farther we get, the missing pieces of the puzzle are harder to detect. And you can go over to here, where there's this little dais balcony thing, and it has a one-armed lady hugging a child. Interesting, because we've seen statues of children in Ordina. In fact, it looks like the same child. And given that that's a one-armed lady, the only one-armed ladies we know about is Millicent and Melania. Millicent being not as famous, so this must be Melania. And the small child must be Mikola, her twin. Something weird's going on with them. Melania has rot and Mikola has some other curse. Eternal youth? Not sure. Okay. Oh, you can also get on the roof of that gazebo thing there. But here is where we will cut the episode. There's an elevator here that we can't get to. There's a platform over there that definitely looks like a boss room. Cough, cough. A bunch of ropes and bridges. We have an interesting zone ahead of us, but it's not all branches, which is nice. Here we have a new slew of statues with their candles. And we will cut the episode there. So thank you for joining me today for episode, I think this was 118. Thank you, and we'll see you next time for episode 119, where we get to actually go through Mikola's Haligtree. We're making great progress. Ooh, maybe we will end the series before we hit episode 140. That's kind of my goal, but we'll see. Thank you again, and bye-bye.